Since the hammer is a bottom reversal signal, we need a falling trend to reverse. In Exhibit 4.7, we see a hammer on February 24. It's classic because of its extended lower shadow and smaller body at the top end of the trading range. It also followed a decline. This is a necessary condition for a hammer. The line on February 22nd would not be defined as a hammer because it didn't have the required lower shadow of 2 or 3 times the height of the real body. Such a lower shadow is necessary because it would display that the market had been pushed down sharply lower during the session, but by the end of the session, as the Japanese would say, there was a kamikaze fight as the bears lost control, as adduced by the fact that the market closed at or near its session highs. This was visually shown with a classic hammer on the 24th. You can bet that after a day like this classic hammer, the bears are having second thoughts. Exhibit 4.7 is Walmart stores daily hammer in parentheses. On the vertical axis, there's 62 at the top and $44 at the bottom. And the date ranges from January 31st to the end of March. Returning to the text, Exhibit 4.7 brings out a vital aspect of candle charting. Successful trading with candle charts requires an understanding not only of the candle patterns, but also of where the candle patterns appears and in the context of risk-reward analysis. One should always consider the risk-reward aspect before placing a trade based on a candle pattern or candle line. Let's look at the ideal hammer on the 24th, keeping this aspect of risk-reward in mind. By the time the hammer was completed, remember we have to wait for a close. The stock closed near $48. Thus, if one bought at the completion of a hammer around $48, the risk would be under the hammer's lows of near $43. That is around $5. We now have a $5 risk. There is nothing wrong with that if your target is much greater than $5. However, for some active traders, $5 might be too large a risk. As such, to help lower the potential risk of the trade, one could wait for a correction to within the hammer's lower shadow. Of course, there will be many times when the market will not correct after the hammer. By using the hammer's lows as a potential purchase area, we have bought closer to the stop out area. Let's imagine Trader A recognizes the hammer on February 24. He is so excited by this beautifully defined hammer that he buys at the hammer's close near $48. The next session, the market gaps down to $44.50 on the opening. Trader A is now underwater by $3.50. He may decide to exit the prior day's long position with a $4.50 loss. In such a scenario, Trader A may have said the candles did not work.